The point I'm trying to make in my lessons with modes, diatonic modes, is that you're only learning one scale in order to get all these different sounds. It's a good idea to study what the modes are and where they come from, but if you want to get started performing with modes and just jump right in, you don't really need to do that. I got good at explaining what modes are and the theoretical description of what modes are when I became a teacher, so I could tell somebody what it was. But before that, I was just taking the major scale, right, and positioning it in such a way that when you play it along with a certain type of bass note or background chord, you come up with the result that you're after, and it's not always going to be the major scale. It's not going to be, because that major scale now sounds differently if you play over, say, an A minor chord. It becomes the A natural minor scale. So there's 7 positions for this major scale that I just described to you in the last segment. So here's the C, right? So that's on my major scale, right? If you play the major scale of B flat over that C bass note, it's Dorian minor. If you play the major scale of A flat over that C in the bass, it's Phrygian minor. If you play the major scale of G in the bass, or excuse me, G with a C in the bass, it's called Lydian. If you play the F major scale with a C in the bass, it's called Mixolydian. If you play E flat major scale, or D sharp major scale over a C, that's called Aeolian minor, or C Aeolian minor. And if you play a D flat major scale over C, that's called Locrian minor. So there's 7 different positions of major scales to play over one root note. You don't really have to know, the technical description of all those notes. You just need to know what that major scale sounds like against that bass note in order to come up with a quick result so you can improvise with that scale and get that sound. You're not learning the Dorian minor scale. You've learned the B flat major scale played over a C. You get my point? That's how you get the C Dorian minor.